Hello friends, welcome to our channel Unravel Kanun. Today we will be discussing about the rights of arrested person as per CRPC. Okay, so let's start our video. Firstly, rights of arrested person has been diversified under 7 heads in CRPC. First, right to know the ground of arrest. Second, information regarding the right to be released on bail. Third is right to consult legal practitioner. Fourth is right to inform nominated person. Fifth, right to legal aid. Sixth, right to be examined by a medical practitioner. And seventh is right to be taken before a magistrate without delay. So let's start with right to know the ground of arrest in detail. So the first one is right to know the ground of arrest. Section 50. Every police officer or other person arresting any person without warrant shall forthwith communicate to him full particulars of the offence for which he is arrested or other grounds for such arrest. Note two things in this. First is every police officer, and second one is other person. It means police officer or any other private person. If he is arresting any person, then he is required to show him all the reasons because of which he is arresting the person. These reasons should be mentioned in the warrant or without warrant. Depends on the situation. If the arrest is with warrant, then he need to show the warrant, and if the arrest is without warrant, then he is need to tell him orally what are the charges for which he is arresting him. Next, section 55. Section 55 is just similar to section 51. Only difference is that under section 55 the person is subordinate officer, but under section 50 the person was police officer and other persons. No other difference. Same, the subordinate officer is also bound to reveal the information, reveal the offences for which he is arresting the person. And last one is section 75, which says that the police officer or the person executing a warrant of arrest shall notify the substance thereof to the person to be arrested, and if so required shall show him the warrant. If the substance of the warrant is not notified, the arrest would be unlawful. Section 75 is somewhat similar but quite different. Only difference is that under section 50 and 55 the arrest was without warrant, but under section 75 the arrest was with warrant. Police officer will arrest, a private person can arrest, but with warrant. And if they are arresting with warrant, then they need to show the substance for which the person was arrested. Also, we need to go through Article 22, Clause 1 of Indian Constitution, which also mentions the same thing. Article 22 says that no person who is arrested shall be detained in custody without being informed. Now, the next right is information regarding the right to be released on bail. Section 50, subsection 2. Where a police officer arrests without warrant any person other than a person accused of a non-bailable offence, he shall inform the person arrested that he is entitled to be released on bail, that he may arrange for sureties on this behalf. First thing to note, there are two types of offences, bailable and non-bailable offence, as defined under section 2A. Okay, bailable offence means an offence which is shown as bailable in schedule 1, and non-bailable offence means any other offence. In bailable offence, the person can claim bail as a matter of right, but in non-bailable offence he cannot claim bail as a matter of right. It is the discretion of the court to grant bail or not. Now coming back to the section, it says when a police officer is arresting a person without warrant for a bailable offence, then he shall inform the person that he is entitled to be released on bail, but the condition is that he may arrange for sureties on this behalf. Next right is right to consult legal practitioner. Right to consult legal practitioner is divided in three parts. First, section 41D, second, section 303, and third is in Indian Constitution under Article 22(1). Section 41D says that when any person is arrested and interrogated by the police, he shall be entitled to meet an advocate of his choice during interrogation, though not throughout interrogation. 41D clearly mentions simple thing that when any person is arrested and when the investigation and the interrogation is going on, then police can allow the arrested person to meet an advocate of his choice. This choice can be availed once during interrogation, but it is not mandatory that the police will allow you throughout the interrogation again and again to consult your advocate. Next, section 303, right of person against whom proceedings are instituted to be defended. Any person accused of an offence before a criminal court or against whom proceedings are instituted under this code may of right be defended by a pleader of his choice. 41D 303 is similar. 303 says that it is the right of the person against whom any proceedings are instituted that he should be defended by any legal practitioner of his choice. And similarly, Article 22(1), which clearly mentioned that as soon as may be of the ground for such arrest, nor shall he be denied the right to consult and to be defended by a legal practitioner of his choice. So, if you stop a person from consulting a legal practitioner of his choice, not only the police officer is violating the provision of CRPC, but also he is infringing your fundamental rights as mentioned under Article 22. Next is right to inform nominated person. You need to know two things in this. First, one phone call rule, and second is arrest register, which is also known as Rapat Giriftari. One phone call rule says that when any person is arrested by a police officer, then it is the duty of the police officer to inform either his relative, his nominated person, his friends, or his colony members, or any other prudent man who shall inform his family members or any other person that so and so person has been arrested by the police officer. So it is the duty of the police officer to look after that, yeah, so person has been arrested and we have notified the information of his arrest to some prudent man. Section 50A says that every police officer or other person making any arrest under this code shall forthwith give the information regarding such arrest and place where the arrested person is being held to whom? First, his friends, his relatives, or such other persons as may be disclosed or nominated by the arrested person for the purpose of giving such information. An entry of the fact as to who has been informed of the arrest of such person shall be made in a book to be kept in the police station in such form as may be prescribed in this behalf by the state government. The entry of the person who has been informed about the arrest, the book in which the entry is made is called the arrest register, which is also known as Rapat Giriftari. So the next right is right to legal aid. Again, CRPC is linked with Indian Constitution, Section 304 of CRPC and Article 21 and 39A of Indian Constitution. 304 says that where in a trial before the Court of Session, the accused is not represented by a pleader, and where it appears to the court that the accused has no sufficient means to engage a pleader, the court shall assign a pleader for his defense at the expense of the state. 304 simply says that suppose a person is undergoing a trial under Session Code and it is found by the Session Court that the person who is accused of any offence does not have sufficient means to engage a pleader of his choice. Then in such a case, the court will ask the state to appoint a pleader for the accused. This pleader is basically called amicus curiae, a Latin term which means friend of court. One thing to note that for the amicus curiae and for such legal aid lawyers, the High Court may, with the previous approval of the state government, can make rules for the same. Okay. Similarly, under Article 21 also and Article 39A also, the same concept is given there. 39A, as you all know, DPSP. It was mentioned over there that to ensure that opportunities for securing justice are not denied to any citizen by reason of economic or other disabilities, the state shall secure that the operation of legal system promotes justice. Next is right to be examined by a medical practitioner. Section 54 says that when any person is arrested, he shall be examined by a medical officer in the service of state or central government. Means if a police officer arrests a person, then for the safe side of the police officer, so that the police officer can prove that if there are any injury, marks or violence found upon arrested person, then whether the injury, marks or violence was done by the police officer or any third person. So to clear the image of police officer, he need to do this so that the medical report prepared by the medical practitioner will clearly mention the approximate duration of such injuries. Okay, coming back to section, in case the medical officer is not available by a registered medical practitioner soon after the arrest is made. Suppose if the registered medical practitioner of the central or state government is not available, then he need to go through the private clinic and get the person examined. Second point, if arrested person is a female, then examination be made only by or under the supervision of a female medical practitioner. Next right is right to be taken before a magistrate without delay. This right is given under two sections, section 57 and proviso of section 76. 57-76 both says the same thing, that if a person is arrested, then he cannot be detained by the police officer for more than 24 hours in his custody. If he is detained by more than 24 hours, then the arrest will be illegal and a writ of habeas corpus can be filed against the police officer. Difference between 57 and 76 proviso is that under 57 the person is arrested without warrant, and under section 76 the person is arrested with warrant. Coming back to section 57 says that person arrested not to be detained more than 24 hours. No police officer shall detain in custody a person arrested without warrant for a longer period than under all the circumstances of the case is reasonable, and such period shall not, in the absence of a special order of a magistrate under section 167, exceed 24 hours, exclusive of the time necessary for the journey from the place of arrest to the magistrate court. It means, suppose the time for taking the arrested person from the police officer, from the police station till the magistrate court is 4 hours. Okay, now that 4 hours will be reduced from the 24 hours calculation, and same thing is under section 76 proviso, but difference, under section 76 the person is arrested with warrant and under 57 without warrant. Same thing is also given under our constitution, article 22 subclause 2, which is a fundamental right. Article 22 subclause 2 clearly mentions that if every person who is arrested and detained in custody shall be produced before the nearest magistrate within a period of 24 hours of such arrest. So these are the sections which clearly mentions the right of arrested person under the CRPC. So we need to link and study all the subjects, whether CRPC, CPC, TPA, contract, consti or whatever, so that for the mains preparation we are not lagging anywhere, because clearing pre is quite easy but clearing mains is quite difficult. Hope you like the video. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Thank you.